What is going on, YouTube? It's Ron with Ron Comes in Handy. Happy New Year's, first of all, if you guys watching this like around January when this hopefully comes out. But I want to do a video talking about some changes that has happened in my business and my company, and yeah, just update you guys. So we're gonna jump right into it. I'm gonna do a video. This video is gonna be about why I don't use Thumbtack, like lead generating based services anymore. So like Thumbtack, Handy, Angi Leads. There's some other one. I've used Tasker once, but basically why I don't use those leads anymore. Lead based services anymore. So let's start off with Angi Leads. Angi Leads is expensive. It's always been a rough time with Angi Leads. I think I probably broke even with Angi Leads. So when I first started doing Angi Leads, I only did it for like a few months. When I first did Angi Leads, the salesman told me that the average price for leads in my area was $25 for on average, right? That wasn't true. Every lead I had got from that app was like $50. Always, it was an average of $50. And I'm like, I thought he said it was gonna be 25, like average. And I'm telling you, I've never once got a $25 lead. It was always $50, $55, $70. I'm like, damn, dude, like. And then on top of that, the thing that sucks about that is that you're not even guaranteed to get those jobs. Their only thing is you'll get in front of them, but after that, who knows? There's other people contacting the same person. So that's why I stopped using. Another reason why is let's say I want to pause my service, right? You can only do it for about 2 or 3 days, and I haven't used it. This is back in 2022, I believe. This is how long I stopped using them, right? So you can only stop using them through the app. And by the way, it's probably changed since then, but I'm letting you know the last time I used them. You can only, in the app, you can only pause your services so you won't get charged, I think for only like 2 or 3 days. And then you have to go into the online website, and then you can only pause it for 2 weeks. If you want to pause it for a long period of time, you actually have to call them and tell them, say, hey, I want to pause it for this many months or this duration, and then they'll do it. So that was a struggle. I don't like, I should be able to do everything with technology now. I should be able to do everything in app. And I was so used to doing Thumbtack. That Thumbtack, I could change it to whenever. I could pause it to whenever. And then they'll give me a notification the day before and say, hey, you're about to go live tomorrow. And I can go, okay, let me just extend it. So that was the thing with Angi Leads. The other thing I didn't like was you have to, and again, it could be different now. I haven't used it in like more than a year. But I know when I first used it, I wasn't able to put like, I could do like stuff that does with electricity, because they require you to have a certificate. They want you to show your certificate or your license, right? Now, if you guys are familiar with my channel, I used to be a maintenance tech at an apartment complex. So I used to install fans all the time. Doing fans, installing ceiling fans is not a hard job. Make sure the power's off, color coded, look at the directions. It's not that hard, right? Chasing the outlet, same thing. Turn the breaker off to the corresponding outlet. Take the old one off, put the other one, loop it right. It's not that hard, right? Hot, neutral, copper, ground. It's not hard. But you're not able to select those options unless you have a license or certification, right? So I was only able to put handyman job, right? Oh, it's the same thing with plumbing. You need a license or certification for plumbing. I understand why they want that, but I was just a handyman, but I knew how to change a toilet. It's not that hard. I know how to change a faucet. I know how to do piping. is not that hard for me. So I'm only able to put Handyman, right? And then that's just like a vast, umbrella. A handyman could do a lot of things. And you can also do like plumbing jobs in there too also. I've gotten a few plumbing jobs, but the thing that sucks about it, and what I've seen, is that a lot of people who use Angi Leads / Home Advisor, they're like the same thing. There's a lot of older people, which is nothing wrong. But along with that, a lot of the people don't know how to utilize the app. And I don't know how they do it on the customer side, but from what I've seen, they don't know how to like fill out all the details. So when I get a plumbing job, they say, hey, yeah, it is very, and hopefully I can put some screenshots to show you what the description says, and I also show you how much these leads cost. And then, let's say like you get a lead, and the job that they want, it doesn't match the skills that you have. You can ask for a refund, but you're only able to do a refund like twice a month or twice a week or something like that. It's ridiculous, because then they'll say, oh yeah, you reach your refund request limit, so you can't do no more refunds. And you'll be like, yo, it wasn't my fault. The client picked this in the description, but then when I get to the job, it's something totally different. So back to the plumbing, right? I know how to do basic like plumbing stuff. I don't know what a sump pump is. I never had to deal with it in my experience. So they'd be like, oh yeah, I get there, I call them. Oh, and that's the other thing. When, again, it might be different. When I call them, you call from the app, and when you call them, they use like a generic number, which makes it seem like I'm calling from like Minnesota. And so sometimes the customer or the client might be like, Minnesota, I'm not buying from there, I'm not gonna answer it. Boop, and not answer it, and you miss out on that lead. And so you have to leave them a voicemail, or you can message them in the app. But a lot of people, from my experience, the customers don't usually check the app for messages. I don't know if on their side it's hard to like see where the messages are at, or they don't get notification, but very rarely I will get a response back when I message them. So there'll be some other things like handyman job, and the person, I remember this one time this person wanted me to fix their boat. And I was like, oh, I don't know nothing about a boat. I don't want to like, I know, and he gave me a picture of it, and it was a small boat, like with a small boat, and something was wrong with like the seat. I was like, yo, I don't want to work on it because I don't want to take a chance of drilling something and I poke a hole in it. Now you got a hole in your boat and it sinks. No. But there's a lot of jobs where the client didn't put the description correctly, and all it says is a handyman job, right? And you call them and it's something you can't handle. You're like, oh, that's not my skill set. Like, I can't do that. So that's why I stopped doing Angi Leads. The other thing was that when I tried to cancel with them, they tried so hard for me to just stay on. I'm like, I don't want you guys. I don't need you guys no more. And honestly, by this time, I didn't need them anymore. I stopped using them, and I didn't need the service no more. So, but they kept on calling me back and said, hey, yeah, we saw that you used to be there. I'm like, dude, I just talked to you last week, like, or somebody last week. Why do you guys keep calling me? I don't want the service anymore. And it had to be kind of rude for them to get them. Generally, I'm a nice guy, free spirit and everything. But with them, they brought a different side at me, because I'm like, no, I don't want it. Take me off the list. I'm about to hang up. Okay? Don't call me back. I had to be like that strict. So that's what Angi Leads. Let's go to Thumbtack. Oh, I'm gonna go to Handy right now. Handy, I used Handy for a few months. I only took like 2 jobs from Handy. Reason being is because they undercut you so much. It could be, and I believe it's changed since then, because I think they're part of Angi also. Another thing I want to say about Angi, I think they hire anybody. Ever since I stopped doing Angi, I've came across clients that say they've had people from Angi and they had a worse experience. Like, they don't know what they're doing. I'm like, sorry, yeah. I was like, I used to work for them. I was one of the good ones. I can promise you that. But yeah, I keep hearing horror stories about people from Angi. I saw like a famous TikTok video where this person was trying to do a drywall job, and they were just making it worse. Anyways, Handy. So the prices are low for the jobs. They say, hey, we need you to build this trampoline and we'll give you $25, $50. No, I'm not taking it. I took one job, and that job was to do replace a door handle. And the only reason why I took it because originally it was like $50, but then I guess nobody would take the job and the client really wants it done. So they bumped it up to like $175. I was like, shit, hell yeah, I'll take it. And I think that's one of the things is that they'll tell the clients that you will for sure get a service tech or get this job done in 24 or 48 hours. And I think that's why they increased the price of that job, and I took it. And I forget what the other job was. It wasn't very important, I think. But yeah, the prices they were giving out was too low to like make a living. It's probably something good to make extra money on the side if you have 9 to 5, but you know, I'm self-employed right now, so. And besides that, I stopped doing handy a long time ago. Now, Thumbtack was great when I first joined. I remember when I first joined, again, this is like 2 years ago, I was able to put my lead, limit, like money spending limit to like $45. And with that $45, I was able to get like 7 leads. And out of those 7 leads, I'll probably get 2 or 3 of them, you know, because some of them wouldn't respond. Some of them, oh, I already found somebody ready. And then the other ones I would get. Now, I stopped using Thumbtack because I was getting so much business without Thumbtack. People will find me on referrals. So people I work with from Thumbtack, they will tell their friends like, hey, I just met this guy, here's his number. He worked on my house for this. He's a good guy. And I'll get referrals. So word of mouth, you know, that's a true statement. Word of mouth is like the best promotion or advertisement. So Thumbtack, yeah. I stopped using them a while back just because I had enough business already coming my way. But they were good, you know. Like I said, I like how I could pause my service and I could just, you know, pause it to whenever I want. You could do, it's not only for handyman or trade stuff. You're able to do like photo gigs in there. I DJ also, so I was able to get a lot of DJ work on there. I'm not sure if they do mechanic stuff on there, like if you want to be like a mobile mechanic, but they do other stuff besides just trades. Now, they've recently changed it to where you have to do instant booking, which means you have to go into your app, you have to set your schedule of when you're open, and then if a client wants you on that day, they could book you for a time slot that you say you have available, and you'll instantly get them. There's no more competition, which is good. But on the downside of that, they said that I think they have increased the prices on that. So to where I used to get $45, and it used to tell you in the app, like with $45 you'll get about 7 leads and like maybe 2 free leads, especially when I'm just like the tier that I'm in. But now you have to make it to where you have to have a limit of like $125 and you might get 1 or 2 leads. I haven't tried it since, so I don't know how good that is or how it's working for people. But I hear a lot of people don't like it now. And honestly, I might try it just to see how it goes. But imagine if you do $125, right? And let's say you just get 1 lead and it's for just like a fan install. You're gonna be like, okay, I paid $125 to get this lead. And ain't no telling how much the client paid to find you, right? You have to probably charge like $200 just to like make a profit. It's not even that much of a profit. So like those things considered, you're like, oh man, yeah. Do I want to do that? So yeah, and now that I said it, like imagine if that was the case, right? $125 to get an instant booking. So you spend $125, you want to make that $125 up. So you wouldn't want to charge like, and let's say it's for a ceiling fan install. And let's see how much Google says for how much a ceiling fan install costs. Pull up my tablet. First thing that pops up, it says the average cost for labor to install a fan, as long as it's an accessible accessible area with no additional wiring or switches is $150 to $300. So imagine you paying the lead for instant booking for $125, and then you have to charge at least like $300 to make you a profit of like $175. Some clients might not like that because the client's already paying to find a handyman or electrician, and then they have to pay additional $300. You got to take that into account. So yeah, so I didn't want to make this video that long. So those are my reasons why I don't use I really don't use any lead-based generating apps or services anymore. I'll tell you what I do use, and I'll do that in another video. And you make sure you guys subscribe so you guys get notified when that video comes out. You guys will like it, and I guarantee you, you guys will gain something from this next video. Okay? So this is Ron comes in handy. If you like this video, thumbs up, subscribe. Got a question, leave a comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.